Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome longtime Villa Park resident and the musical maestro for our festivities tonight, Mr. Jim Christensen, and the Villa Park High School Golden Anniversary Show Band Director and Associate Producer of our show this evening, Mr. Chuck J.
Well, thank you everybody, and welcome to the Golden Anniversary celebration of the City of Villa Park. I'm so pleased to share conducting duties tonight with this man here, and if you don't know him, and actually I doubt if there's anyone here who doesn't know him, he is certainly Villa Park's musical treasure. A longtime director of the Disneyland Band and all things music for Disney, Mr. Jim Christensen. He retired from there in 1980, consulted for them for a number of years, and today travels the world as a composer, arranger, and orchestrator, and we are so thrilled to have him here. But what thrills Jim, what really puts that twinkle in his eye, is not talking about all the musical accolades or his musical career. It's talking about Villa Park, the city where he has lived, where he has raised his family, where his kids have gone to school right here, served detention right here. I don't think you may not have known about that. But it's being a Villa Park resident that really brings so much joy to him. And so we would ask you tonight, Maestro, can you give us a little overture for our celebration? Mr. Jim Christensen, ladies and gentlemen. That song, Showtime, originally composed back in 1980, and it's as great today as it was back then. Speaking of great, I want to talk to you for just a minute about this collection of musicians back here. No, they're not from the Union logo. They're actually high school students right here from Villa Park. Can we give it up for these kids, huh? So much fun to have them here. But it's of such high value to have one of the most professional musicians we have ever had the pleasure of having here and work with. Someone who has taken us musically much farther than we would have been without him. The man that all the music tonight is built around, Mr. Brett Simmons, right over there on the piano. And that's what we're already trying to get this show on the road.
Missed it.
Yeah, we'll just have to
That'll be a first.
Yes, Steve, are you real estate agents?
Yes, certainly. Can we help you?
Yes, well, we're not from around here, so I was wondering whether you can let us know a little bit about this part of California.
Certainly. Are you relocating from far away?
Listen up. I don't blame you.
And Fullerton before that.
And Santa Ana, don't forget about Santa Ana. And remember the house in Anaheim?
Yes, we live right across the street from Disneyland.
Bang, 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 bang.
It was too close.
Now, honey, why don't you tell me why we're really looking for your house?
Well, it was everything. It was the noise and the traffic and the neighborhood. It's so hard to find that small town feeling with style and sophistication right at your fingertips.
Well, look no further, my friends. You found the right place.
What's the name of this town again? Villa Park! Villa Park! Villa Park! Villa Park! Villa Park! Villa Park!
Yes, friends, this is Villa Park, and this is the place to be.
Villa Park's the city, Villa Park is fine and pretty. It's a town that's just too perfect to believe. Oh, Villa Park's the mighty Villa Park. It's so exciting that the people who arrive will never leave. If you're looking for an Italy new location, well, you happened on a marvelous situation. Villa Park's a town that's always in celebration. It happens every day in our work and play. You'll always hear us praise the Villa Park because it's amazing for the raising of a happy family. It's Villa Park, you're smiling. Villa Park has got you smiling. Villa Park is the place to be.
Well, they can sing. I wonder if they can dance. How about a little soft shoe?
If you're looking for a friendlier destination, you will find it isn't just your imagination. It's a dream come true for me and you. You always hear us singing Villa Park because it's bringing us together with our friends and family. Yes, Villa Park's Big Island, Villa Park has got you smiling. Villa Park is the place to be. Oh, Villa Park's terrific, and if I can be specific, Villa Park is the place to be. Villa Park is the place to be. Villa Park is the place to be.
And now, won't you welcome the mayor of our fair city and your master of ceremonies tonight, Mr. Brad Reese.
50 years and going strong. How about that? And what do you think of your friends and neighbors singing their hearts out for you in that last number, eh? How about a big hand for our Golden Anniversary Celebration show band, made up of the smartest and most talented high school kids in America. I guess you can tell that I'm kind of biased. That, I suppose, is the happy byproduct of being mayor of a town that I truly love and am eternally proud of. I want to thank the City Council, the members of the Villa Park Community Services Foundation, the 50th Anniversary Committee, and the hundreds of volunteers it took to put this show together for you tonight, as well as the spectacular celebration you will enjoy following this performance. The band, Catch a Wave, will be rocking Villa Park beginning at 7 p.m. tonight, so please stick around. I know you won't want to miss that. All right, it is now my pleasure to introduce our very next special guests. For those of you who were lucky enough to attend Villa Park's 25th anniversary celebration back in 1987, you may remember a musical number that was featured with a group of Villa Park Women's League past presidents. Well, I hope you're sitting down, and I can see that you are. We spent the last few months researching the whereabouts of all 45 of our current past presidents. And not only are they all still alive, but most of them still live right here in Villa Park. That's right. Most of these women are still working behind the scenes to support our town. They're still volunteering their time and talent to make Villa Park the best little city in Southern California. So if you don't mind, I think I'd like to rephrase that famous Las Vegas slogan, what happens in Villa Park stays in Villa Park. All right. Tonight, I am indeed proud to welcome back 22 of Villa Park's distinguished Women's League past presidents, having come from as close as just around the corner and as far away as Canada. This group has prepared a little something to help us celebrate our 50th anniversary in a way that we will never forget. Here they are, 25 years better than they were back then. Take it away, ladies.
Play good, sing us down that little game of mine. We're eating fancy food and drinking fancy wine. We're saying Villa Park, come see more of that. The kind of town truckers range up to your track. All we can say is wow, we're also number one. We're singing and we're dancing and we're having fun. What a set of holy cow.
I'll never believe it.
Isn't this fun? We're all having so much fun up here, and we hope all of you out there do too. You know, Brad Reeves, our mayor, said that after we finished our jobs as Women's League presidents, past presidents, we all stayed right here in Villa Park pretty much.
That's right. So how many of you ladies have been here since Villa Park was first incorporated back in the 60s? Wow. And how many of you have been here since the 60s and 70s in the early days? Well, let's give everyone a big hand.
Can you believe it? The last time we were together like this was 25 years ago. I've had a couple of birthdays since then.
Oh, I haven't.
Of course not, Karen. You've been telling everybody you're 35 for years.
Karen, well, you don't look a day over 39, 49. Never mind.
Oh, well, it's really wonderful to have such an excuse to get together for such a special occasion.
And tonight, to help honor Villa Park's 50th anniversary, we put together a little slideshow montage for you all. A visual Valentine to the town we love.
Okay, everybody, get ready to go back in time. Watch as America's favorite hometown grows up right before your eyes. Ready, girls?
Every morning, every evening, hey, we got fun. Not much money, oh, but honey, hey, we got fun. It's such a pleasure just hanging around. It's such a treasure, our favorite town. In the winter, in the summer,
this next one out. Remember, back up.
Thank you, Villa Park, for giving us 50 years of hometown fun.
Here we go. And now we got it. I never believe it.
Weren't they sensational? All right, we now come to a very serious part of our show.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, what is it, Arnie? Arnie Goodman, ladies and gentlemen. Nice get up, Arnie. Are you refurbishing your kitchen?
I don't do small jobs. I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, for interrupting, but I was just wondering, when were you going to talk about the new Villa Park City Hall? Pretty important building, lots of history there. You do like history, don't you, Mr. Mayor?
Well, yeah, of course I do, Arnie, yes. As a matter of fact, I was just getting ready to explain to everyone how hard our city's been working with our construction crew to get everything wrapped up on time and on budget.
Well, that's terrific, Mr. Mayor, but I have an idea. Why don't you just come over here and take a nice, comfortable seat in the front row, try not to sleep, while the real experts explain...
The real experts?
How to build the city hall from the ground up. Where's my crew? Any and all suggestions as to what we should put in the new city hall, one at a time.
Toilets! We need toilets! Smart idea, Mike. You know, back in 1962, those boys forgot to put the toilets in. I call that a serious oversight.
I've got an idea, Ronnie. We need bridge tables.
Hey, come on now. He's right, bridge tables are important. What would City Hall be without bridge tables?
You got that right. You know, back in 1962, the construction group, they forgot to get the bridge tables. And my wife is still mad about that.
She's always mad.
Okay, I got one. And this is a huge one. Parking!
Right, parking!
Well, that's a great one, but back in 19...
Oh, come on, Jim. Is that all you talk about is 1962? You gotta get in the present with us. Rich brought up parking. What do you guys think about parking? Okay, parking it is. Oh, and one other thing too. We need comfortable seating in council meetings.
So they can sleep?
Have you ever been to one of those city council meetings? Hey guys, how about we put a library over there?
Yeah, the library's a pretty slow idea, Steve, except for one thing.
Oh, what's that?
Well, you can't read!
Okay, I've got it. The new city hall has to be in our town center. Are you boys up to it? Yeah! Come on.
I don't know, Arnie. It sounds like an awful big job.
Well, it is.
How are we gonna do that?
It's easy, boys. One brick at a time.
be done. The brawn, the brain, the courage, and the heart. Yes, sir! The strength to raise the highest bar, the will to reach the farthest far. It's just a taste of working now to start. To build a city hall that stands and build it with our very hands is just the kind of job that makes us win. We never rest, we never eat, we work in rain and snow and heat. We started this and now we can't get in.
Well, I'm glad I finally got that story straight. You know, no celebration of Villa Park would be complete without paying tribute to the people who really hold the future of Villa Park in their hands, our children. I'm talking about the thousands of extraordinary young people who attend one of our fine schools in Villa Park. So here to talk for just a moment about the spirit and soul of our next generation of Villa Park citizens is a man who has literally spent a lifetime in the Villa Park school system, Mr. Chuck James.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's been a lifetime in the school system. I thought he was talking about my tenure in the Dean of Students office. Something we try and forget. You know, I graduated from Villa Park. I left here. I had my debut on saxophone right in this very room. And went to Cal State Long Beach and got a degree in music, came back, and started teaching right here at Villa Park. And then made a small career change and went to Marine Corps for 20 years. Had a good time in the Marine Corps, and in 2000 was privileged to come back and start teaching here music at Villa Park once again. Today we have over 200 young people in the program. We've got multiple marching units, 2 concert bands, 2 jazz bands, a jazz combo, 3 orchestras, numerous the list goes on and on. And if you're a Villa Park resident, I'm sure you're aware that we wake you up at 7 o'clock every morning. By the way, that starts Monday. Here's a little piece of trivia for you. Back in 1962, there were 1,400 residents in Villa Park. Today, there's about 6,000. And we have 3,500 students attending the schools within the city limits of Villa Park. And those are great schools because of the support we get from the city, the fact that it's safe, it's nurturing, it's warming, it's you out there supporting us here for these students. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the support we get from the district to our great leadership, Mike Christensen, our superintendent, and another Villa Park alumni, although not nearly as qualified as me, our principal, Mr. Ed Howard. If you would give them a round of applause. Last year, as our school musical, we did Meredith Wilson's The Music Man. And I think in keeping with that, there's really only one question that we have to answer to get this show moving. And that question, of course, is, where's the band? Where's the band?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Artie, what is it now?
Well, that was just our first finale. We have one more song, and we'd like everybody to sing in and join us on Jim and Karen Christensen's love story to the city we all love.
Perfect. Jim and Karen Christensen, can you join us up here, please?
Thank you very much, Brad. This song has become very familiar. In fact, if you look at your programs, the words are on the very back. It was written by Jim and composed, and the first time we sang it was at City Hall on January 16th, and then again at the gala. And it's become quite well known, and we decided to make it our unofficial anthem for the 50th anniversary celebration of Villa Park. So, in fact, we liked it so much that we named our show. Here's to Villa Park.
A little note before we do this number. I had a request by management, you know what that means? Give Karen a little spotlight. So I wrote a new little part to this song we're going to do. So she's using her music because I want it to be good. Left-handed compliment or not? Okay, here we go, folks. Join us on the first chorus. There'll be an instrumental interlude, and then everybody raise the roof on the last one.
Excellent, guys. All right, I'd like to ask Marilyn Magnus and Chuck J. if they could please join us on the stage right now. This show would not be possible without the talent and creativity of these four folks. Mr. Chuck J., Marilyn Magnus, Mr. Jim, and Karen Christensen. I'm not nervous. Anyways, awesome, guys. We have a little something here for you. So we are ready now to head outside for the continuation of Villa Park's 50th anniversary celebration. And we want to thank everyone for coming now. Thanks, everybody. Fire off, everybody.